A very warm welcome to the 13th recitation, which is the recitation project. You would be watching this video on Thursday, which is the 2nd of December at 10 a.m. And you will have exactly 24 hours to submit the recitation project, which is the deadline. The deadline is Friday, that is 3rd of December, 10 a.m. So the accept until day will be, in case you want to use the free late, would be 3 days after the recitation project, which is 3 days after Friday 10 a.m. and it carries 25 points. To get credit for this project, make sure that you deliver the Excel file to Canvas on time, and also the file should be or be able to be the TA should be able to open the file on clicking it. The goal of this project is to it is designed in such a way to practice the use of formulas, built-in MS Excel functions, and what-if analysis. So I would be going through the directions and the tasks that need to be done for the recitation project. Feel free to pause at every task and complete it and then come back to the video and resume. So the directions are as follows. Follow the instructions which will be shown in the next few slides and complete the recitation project file. Enter your name on cell A1 of the worksheet. Make sure this is very important. And also you have to submit the Excel file to Canvas using the Canvas assignments link. So in the grades spreadsheet, the first task you have to do is go to Canvas, and under the CS 170 tab, go to the grades page and then do the following. Start Excel and create a blank worksheet. After that, you select the cell C3 on the worksheet and enter assignment 1 on it. Then you select the file handle you select the fill handle on C3 and drag down to transfer the entry all the way to cell C13. You'll see that the numbers have been adjusted automatically and assignment 2, assignment 3, etc. appear on the C column. Ensure that assignment 11 is on C13. Then you select the cell C14 on the worksheet and enter quiz 1 on it. Select the fill handle on C14 and drag down to transfer the entry all the way to cell C22. You'll see that the numbers have been adjusted automatically and quiz 2, quiz 3, etc. appear on the C column. Ensure that quiz 9 is on C22. Then you rename the worksheet as grades, followed by typing the 5 entries on cells C24 to C28, that is exam 1, exam 2, instructor extra credit, TA extra credit, recitation project. Then you add the following 3 entries to the list of activities on the C column, that is below C28. Final exam part 1, final exam part 2, final exam part 3. Starting on the cell D3, enter the numeric scores that you have obtained so far as listed in the scores column of the grades page. Starting on the cell E3, type the maximum number of points possible for each grades item as listed in the out of column of the grades page. Under this, you have 2 points for assignment 1, 25 points for the other assignments other than assignment 9 and 10, which are worth 20 points, and the recitation project. 5 points for each quiz other than quizzes 4, 6, and 7, which are worth 10 points, and 50 points each for exam 1 and 2. Then you have 25 points for each part of the final exam. Simply ignore it if this entry is not listed yet. There is one thing to note: if there is an item for which you do not have a grade yet, do not enter the maximum points for it. The next task is, on row 35, do the following. Enter the label totals on C35. The total points obtained will be calculated on D35. Since there might be some blank cells, an appropriate function for the cell is SUMIF. The arguments for SUMIF are as follows: range, the list of scores on D column, including blank cells for the activities with no scores yet. Criteria, greater than or equal to 0. Express this using Excel notation. And sum underscore range, the list of scores on the D column, including blank cells for the activities with no scores yet. Then you copy the function from D35 to E35 using the fill handle. The next task is on row 36. Enter the label performance on C36. On D36, enter a formula to calculate your performance percentage by simply dividing your total points by the total maximum points. Those numbers are on row 35. Then you format your performance with percentage style with 1 decimal. The next task is on G3. Start a table of equivalences between percentage points on the G column and letter grades on the H column, using the following grading table, which is derived from the grading section of the syllabus. Sorry. Once completed, the grading table should start at G3 and end at H9. Then on row 37, you have to enter the label letter grade on C37. On D37, insert the VLOOKUP function to calculate the current letter grade based on your performance percentage and the grading table created on G3 to H9. The arguments for VLOOKUP function are as follows: lookup underscore value, which is the numeric performance percentage from D36. Then is table underscore array, the table that converts percentages into letter grades, which you created starting on G3. Then you have column underscore index underscore num, which is true since the second column contains the letter grades. Moving on, you have to do the what if analysis. Now that you have calculated a letter grade for your current scores, you will run some simulation scenarios to evaluate the possible effect of the final exam. The formula entered on cell D35, which currently contains SUMIF, needs to be modified to process the hypothetical final exam scores for each of its parts. To process the second chance option, the formula on D35 needs to be expanded. Instead of just equal to SUMIF, the format will be equal to SUMIF, and so on. The first if that needs to be added, use the formula bar to add it. It will have the following arguments. Use the XN notation, value underscore if underscore false does not need an entry. Logical underscore test, which is 2 into score of the final exam part 1 is greater than the score of exam 1. Value underscore true if underscore true, which is 2 into score of the final exam part 1, score of exam 1, and then value underscore if underscore false. At this point, D35 should have the following format: equal to SUMIF plus if. The second if that needs to be added will have the following arguments. The logical underscore test, which is 2 into score of the final exam part 2, then value underscore if underscore true, which is 2 into score of final exam part 2 minus score of exam 2, and value underscore if underscore false. At this point, D35 should have the following format: equal to SUMIF plus if plus if. Some numbers have to be added to the rows where final exam part 1, final exam part 2, and final exam part 3 are located. On the D column of those rows, place some hypothetical numbers. Example, 22 on each of these 3 cells. The E column for those rows should have 25 on those cells, since the maximum score for each part of the final exam is 25. At this point, the what if analysis may start. Click on D37, then on the data tab, then what if analysis, and then scenario manager. Proceed to create at least 3 scenarios with different data for the changing cells. There's 3 cells on the D column with hypothetical scores for the parts of the final exam. The result cell when closing the scenario manager by clicking on the summary button is D37. After generating the scenario summary, save your work by using File, Save as option, and make sure to submit your file to Canvas by going under the CS170 tab under Assignments Recitation Project. With this, we come to an end to this recitation. To be marked for attendance, kindly fill the form and have a really nice day. Thank you.